have a question for you, YouTube. You ever sat and thought and wondered, if I got into a true survival situation, wonder how long I could really live without eating? Well, I know how to tell you how to be able to do that. I'm going to use myself as an example here. According to the BMI, which is trash, it's garbage, it's not accurate at all, I know. According to the BMI, for my age, my height, and my gender, I should weigh no more than 168 pounds. But I weigh 190. So, according to the BMI, I'm 22 pounds overweight. Well, it just so happens that if the BMI were accurate and all 22 pounds that I am overweight is body fat, I can do a little quick math and determine how long that I can live on my fat reserves. Now, BMI is not accurate. 20 pounds, 22 overweight. And you guys can look at me here, my profile a little bit. I got a little bit of a belly, but in no way, shape, or form is there 22 pounds of fat hanging off of me anywhere. Construction worker, as well as, the real estate thing, but I'm still doing the same job that I've been doing for the last 11 years, working in construction. It's very physical. I do a lot of lifting and carrying, and I have muscle. So on Amazon, for as little as $8, you can buy body fat calipers. It's a device that a doctor uses to accurately calculate the amount of body fat that you have. You can buy the calipers and follow the directions, and you take and you pinch here, get a fat measurement, then on the stomach, and then on the thigh, either the left side or the right side. You don't switch them up. You go down one side or the other, take your 3 measurements, do a little bit of math, and you'll know precisely what your body fat content is. And the reason that is handy is that in a survival situation, you are now able to calculate accurately how long you can live without food, because it's not 3 weeks for most people. Unless you're really, really lean, muscular and lean with 0 body fat, or 2% body fat, it's going to be substantially longer. And as an example of this, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is 50 years old. He is 6'5". He weighs 260 pounds. According to the BMI, he is 66 pounds overweight and considered obese. This is why you can't rely on a BMI. This is why you need a more accurate body fat content analysis with calipers, either done by yourself and done correctly or by a physician. But let's say, for this example, let's say the BMI is accurate. I am 22 pounds overweight and it's 22 pounds of fat. Now, studies have shown that every pound of fat on your body is worth approximately 3,500 calories in reserves. So you take my 22 pounds that I am overweight, assuming it's all fat, times 3,500 calories per pound gives me a total of 77,000 calories worth of fat reserves on my body. Once I know my total amount of calories, I'm going to divide that 77,000 calories by 1,500 calories, because in a survival situation, you're going to be doing no more than you absolutely must to affect your survival. The rest of the time, you're just laying around. You're conserving calories. And even Les Stroud talks about this in a lot of his videos. A lot of Survivor Man episodes. Survival is boring. You do what you have to. You lay around the rest of the time. You sleep as much as possible. You conserve calories. So you're going to be very sedentary at that point. You're going to be more along the lines of nutritional requirement or caloric requirements of somebody who's sedentary, maybe an office worker, or somebody that, sits down at the office all day, works behind a desk, works on a computer, and then goes home and sits around at home too, doesn't work out, doesn't go to the gym. A very sedentary lifestyle. That's going to be worth about 1,500 calories is what you're going to consume out of your fat stores. So you take 77,000 calories, which is the total that I have available, divide by 1,500, I get 51.3 days. So that rule of threes, 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. As you can see, 3 weeks without food, not so accurate. That's why food is always extremely low on your list of priorities for survival. For us, I mean, there's no danger that you're going to suffocate. We're not going to run out of air, okay? Now, you could freeze to death. That's the first thing that could get you. Freeze to death or heat stroke, all right? Second is going to be dehydration, because dehydration can kill you in just about 36 to 48 hours in all reality in extreme situations, especially if you're dehydrated going into a situation where you end up in a survival situation anyway. A lot of people do go into a situation like that dehydrated. But food, yeah, don't even sweat it. Now, most of you, I'm assuming, are familiar with Christopher McCandless and his story. Went up into the wilds of Alaska and took 113 days to starve to death. Well, he lasted so long with very low body fat because he was eating. Just at the end, the calories that he was able to take in, because he was getting protein but not a lot of fat. He was eating a lot of squirrels and things like that, and basically had rabbit starvation, or what's known as protein poisoning. Protein without fat becomes toxic. So in the end, he lost his life anyway. But it took 113 days for that to happen with very little food. So this is why you don't need to worry so much about that. Make sure that you have adequate shelter. Make sure you stay cool and in the shade. If it's hot, make sure you stay warm if it's winter and it's really cold out. And then make sure you stay hydrated. Those are your top priorities, absolute top priorities. Food, it's nice to have, but if you're a healthy individual, you can live a lot longer than you think you can without food. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you liked the video and you'd like to subscribe to the channel, reach down there and ding that notification bell, select all notifications. If you want to be notified when I upload, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share. You know, maybe you know somebody that might get a kick out of being able to figure out how long it'll take them to starve to death. Some people might, might get a kick. I have some friends that are going to love this. So, all right, thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget, drop a comment down in the comment sections, ask questions, whatever you want to do. I thank you guys very much for your views, for your support, and I will see y'all on the next one.